Hi everybody, Kelly here, and I've got a project to share with you today. And this project is completely and utterly inspired by the wonderful Josella at Lavish Laces. Hi Josella! And she made one of these lace storage boxes for Linda, who is Faychick777 here on YouTube. And I absolutely loved it, both the fact that I just loved how she'd done it, and also the fact that I was like, I could really do with some more storage. I never have enough storage, so I thought it'd be a really cool idea to do one with sort of my take on it. But if you want to go over and see the one that Josella made for Linda, I shall put the link in the description box below. So I started with a wooden garden box, and if I can find a photo, I'll insert it now. So I took that box apart and I took off the lids that were here and I unscrewed them and I filled in the holes. So this is done with the pink Paislee London Market paper, and if you saw a video of mine a couple of videos back, I did some altered flower pots with the same paper so that all my storage and my craft sort of area all matches. So I thought that would be a really cool idea. So I think I might turn it around and start you guys with the back. I've left the back pretty plain because it is actually going to go against the wall, but I did try and do a little something. So I did started by painting it with a blue acrylic paint, and then I did a crackle technique that we've all seen done before, where I put some PVA glue over it, waited for it to go tacky, and then some white paint. So hopefully, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, you can see all the cracks. Then I actually dried that with a heat gun to make it bubble and give it a bit of sort of really nice texture, and then that's underneath too. Then on the sides I covered those with a piece of paper from the paper line. Oh, excuse me, 2 seconds. So as I was saying, I covered it in a sheet of the paper from the collection, and then what I did was I got out my masks and I got this Prima Damask mask and the Dots mask, and I just randomly applied the damask mask with the white texture paste, and then I added a mica powder to the texture paste to use with the Dots mask. Then I got out my embossing powders, and I got just a clear embossing powder that has glitter in it, and I used a music note stamp which I applied sort of in the gaps, and then I embossed that. So the other side is exactly the same, and I'm not sure if the camera will pick up the glitter, but I thought it looked really pretty. So if I turn you back to the front and start in this top corner here, I have a handmade Trisha flower with a little bead in the centre. I have this gorgeous textured petaloo flower. I have a black fabric rosebud from my stash and a blue fabric flower with these stems from my stash. I have a Prima clock, a trellis rose from Wild Orchid Crafts. There's a small punched Martha Stewart butterfly just with some beads in the centre, and this sort of bead sprig that I got from a local arts and crafts store. Then for the word inspire, which was gifted to me by Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie. I painted that white. I think it was about 3 coats of white paint I used. Then I used the same music note stamp that I used on the sides, and I stamped that in weathered wood. Then I embossed the entire thing in the same clear embossing powder, just with glitter, that I used on the sides, and I don't know whether or not the camera will pick up the shine on that, but I just thought that was lovely. Then I ran a bit of cheesecloth all the way along the background just to give it a bit more texture. And then moving over, I have this gorgeous Prima resin, I suppose it's a cherub, which I've just added a bit of the texture paint to, which I've also sort of done on the flowers and stuff on this side. Another fabric flower, this one's from Wild Orchid Crafts, a pink rose, and then there's a fabric flower with a feather and a sprig coming out of here, which is also, that one's from eBay. Then I have this Prima trim with the bling flourish on the top, and just 3 little rosebuds there just to sort of finish off that corner, and again they've got the texture paste. Then right on the very top, don't know if you can see it up here and running along here, there is like a white sort of gimp trim. Then that white trim runs all the way along this piece as well, and I've used this black, what would you call it, like a pearl drop trim as well, and some texture paste on some areas of that. Then let's move that back so you guys can see better. Then running down the sides, I have a black gimp trim, and again with that I have added some texture paste to some of that. Along the front here I have from eBay again a really pretty floral trim, which I'm hoping the camera's picking up, and then I've done blue and pink pearls in the centre of every flower along there. Then if we go back to the front itself, can you see that okay? Shout if you can't. I have used the dotted pink texture mask and texture paint. There's some texturing, as you can see, with the texture paint on the sides. There's some just some little Martha Stewart butterflies on this side, just to try and balance it out a bit. And because this box is quite long, I think it's 17 inches, I actually had to use 2 pieces of paper, but I thought that it looked quite nice the way I'd sort of centred that one and offset the other 2. So that's that bit of the front. Then if we go to this side, turn it a bit, I've got one of these Tim Holtz frames here, and I've painted the main bit white, and then I've kind of whitewashed over these bits, and I've written, there's a bit of the paper in the background, and I've used some Prima Lyric stickers to write Kells, because obviously I'm Kel. There's some more texturing here, and some more of the dots mask. There's some laces poking out here. Then I've got some hip rosebuds. There's I can't remember what these are called. They're from Wild Orchid Crafts. Another hip rosebud. Large pink open rosebuds. There's some small white ones behind there. There's some cheesecloth that runs right the way along down to here. This is a large Prima Odette flower. I love these, and I actually had to order these in from America because I have not found anywhere in the UK that has them. Some more hip rosebuds, another pink flower with black centre, which again has been textured, and one of the latex flowers from Craft Supplies 1. Then down these 2, I have used some baby pink flatback pearls. Yay! Finally found somewhere that sold them and ordered some in. They didn't have very much left though, so I could only get quite a small amount. So they've gone on here because I love them. Then I have made 10 so far, but I'm going to need to make some more little cards, and these cards are lightweight chipboard, and then are both backed with the paper, and they are obviously to store all my lace in, and each one of those is a different paper from the collection, as you can see, and they fit really nicely in these. And then if I take them all out for a minute, what you'll be able to see is that the whole inside is also lined with the paper. So I wanted to bring out a little bit of the black, not too much, just a little. So we've got it in here, then we've got the crowns one, and then as you can see the inside is also lined with the paper. So I'm really, really pleased with how well it turned out. A huge thank you to Gisela again for the inspiration. Thank you to Bonnie for the wood letter that I've used at the top. I hope you guys like it, and I have another project with this paper coming soon because I absolutely adore this paper, and then that will be the last of my paper. So one more project with this, hopefully coming soon as I get it done. Thanks very much guys, see you soon, bye. Oh, I'll insert some still photos now, sorry. Thanks guys, bye.